so I actually can't tell how this sounds, so we're just hoping that the audio is okay. I kind of just wanted to do a little bit of a ramble and kind of unload, because I feel like, thank God 2023 is over. I wonder if that was it very well might have been the worst year of my life. But honestly, I kind of just feel like I need to vomit and move on. And I've been kind of feeling that for a while now. But then I had just a video idea that just went wrong, and it was just so difficult, and it just kind of felt I don't know, it just kind of felt weird. So yeah, I kind of, for the first time, had a little bit, it was I literally didn't post a video for 6 days, which is completely normal, but I usually post more frequently, just because it's I think if I stop doing it for long periods of time, I'll just forget about it and never do it again. Very ADHD of me. But I was so excited for this video. It's a video that I've literally planned since the beginning of this ASMR channel, and there was just so many things, factors, and I finally could do it, and I filmed the whole thing. I was so excited, and then literally everything went wrong. I had the 2 videos, the video was done, do you know what I mean, filmed, recorded, the pieces were good, all it needed to be was edited and uploaded. But the issue is that I had to transfer a long video from my PC to my Mac, and from my Mac to my PC. They had to be transferred either way, and it ended up just being literally tried everything there is to do. And so then I finally kind of managed, after 3 days of doing that, to get it to an editing software. And then I edited the whole video, which took, of course, many hours. And then when I went to go export it and upload it, it just crashed my whole computer, because apparently the editing software that I used is only meant to upload 10-minute videos, and this is an hour and a half. And so I had just spent 4 straight days, all of my time, literally from, I would wake up early to go work on this, and it just felt so discouraging, because I just had I really wanted to make that video. I was the most excited about it, and so that was crappy, obviously. I don't want to completely give up. I posted, just to get a video out there, I posted this board game show and tell. It was a complete throwaway video, and I don't think anybody's watching it anyway. My feelings are not hurt. I just didn't want to not post anything, because I feel I'm so close. I don't know if I can manage to pull it together and post it, if I'll be able to. But I just needed a couple of days away from it, because it was just genuinely making me so upset. But yeah, I feel I've got a ball of negativity in my chest, and I really dislike it, and I just kind of want to expel it out. And I've said it before, but making these types of videos are relatively difficult for me, because I don't know how I feel about, sharing all of everything, just so accessible. And it's funny because, like, there's a lot of people in my life, like my close friends and family, that do not see the private side of me at all because, like, I can't stop talking and oversharing. But then I also think, like, there's a lot of people that I'm, like, more of, like, acquaintances with or not, like, that close, who I don't share anything with, so. And I know many people that I know in real life have found my videos, which I don't mind. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting me, but, yeah, it's just weird to, like, kind of decide what I share and what I don't. But yeah, this year was just, like, a very, very difficult one. I, like, actually am just, like, thinking about all of it, and, like, I kind of forgot that some things happened this year as well. But it was just, like, the worst for so many reasons. Like, the biggest reason, number one, was because my grandfather died in June, and he was, like, such an important person to not only me, but, like, everyone in my family, you know, like, he's one of those, like, core characters that really, like, knowing them develops your personality in, like, a way you can't really understand. And so, that was very difficult, and then everything kind of surrounding that, and yeah, it was just hard. Obviously, like, I don't want to share too much of, like, my family's information because it's, like, private still. That's public. Also, him specifically, it's kind of funny because him specifically would not want any of anything on the internet, so I don't want to, like, defy his will. I want to respect his privacy. But yeah, and then this year I moved in with my boyfriend, which obviously is, like, a positive thing. That's not a negative thing. But before that, I was living with my cousin, and they are also, like, extremely, like, I don't know why I'm getting, like, teary-eyed thinking about them. And I also know that they've watched my videos, so they might be watching this. Sorry. But they're, like, such an important person to me. I can't express it. And we ended up just having this, like, horrible, traumatic living situation because it wasn't just me and her. There was another girl, and the dynamic just got completely messed up, and it just ended up being, like, the worst living situation ever. And so when they moved away, my kind of emotion towards it was like, oh my gosh, thank God that's over. Not about, like, them leaving and not living with them, but more so just, like, that all of it is over. And which is really difficult because I don't feel like that is how I wanted the, like, goodbye to be, I guess. Like, I really wish that it could have been like a, oh, I'll miss you so much, but it genuinely was like a, thank God. But then they moved. I mean, I guess it's not, like, the farthest away ever, but it's, like, relatively far away, like 14-hour drive away. And so obviously, like, I don't see them as much anymore. And with everything with my grandfather, it was just really difficult to have them so far away. But I guess on the bright side, like, not living with them has made our relationship, I mean, our relationship was never bad, I don't think. It was just more so, like, neither one of us could be, like, mentally in it because it was just too much. So yeah, thank God that's over though. That was awful. I don't know. I feel like it's given me the heebie-jeebies to ever, like, live with a roommate ever again. And I don't want to, like, put it all on the other roommate. It was just, like, kind of like a horrible it was just like water and oil mixing. Like, it wasn't necessarily about each specific person. It was just kind of just a disaster all the way around, and I didn't know where I fit into it. And then, obviously, with my grandfather passing away, the holidays, because we all spent them like we've always spent it at their house, we're just looking very sad. And so I think we were all kind of like, we were trying to make the most of it. We ended up not spending it at their house, but rather at like our cottage, which I definitely think was the best decision, to change it up a little bit. But my grandmother also just literally like start of December just had kind of like a lot of health issues, right up until basically Christmas. I mean, and after Christmas too. Like, it was just kind of like three things that just, it was just really difficult, because I think it kind of broke everyone's spirit in a sense, if that makes sense. Not like, no, I don't want to say like it broke everyone's spirit, because I don't know if anyone's spirit was really in it. But I think it just like, she's kind of like the happiest person that anyone's ever met. The way I describe her to people that don't know her is like if you were on a road trip with her and everything went wrong. Like, your tire popped, you ran out of gas, you're on the side of the road, and it starts like it's a giant snowstorm and you're in this freezing cold car. Like, she's the type of person that like would be there and be like laughing and being like, wow, this is gonna make such a funny story to tell people. What a great memory, you know what I mean? And so that also, again, has taught me so much about how I want to be. But I think just those things, everyone being worried about her health, I think that's really hard on her, because I think she doesn't like people to worry about her. And she obviously lost like an element of her independence, which is just like the worst thing that anyone could. It's just like, you know. And so I just think that on top of my grandfather was just kind of like, you kind of saw her let that joy down for like the first time in her life. And it just was like very difficult, I guess. Not me saying I don't want to share my family's business and then sharing all of my family's business, but I'm sorry. It's like kind of the only things that I've been thinking about. I just think the holidays specifically are a very difficult time, because my mom's always said this growing up, and I think this is the first year where I really felt it, which is that you just have to do like 70 different things at once. And I mean, I guess like in my mind I felt that I always felt that way, because like my parents were split up, so my Christmas schedule was always very like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And so I kind of always thought that I was like moving a mile a minute. But this year especially, like, just was intense, because you kind of like, it's weird, because I'm like, obviously I was very like emotionally not in a very good place. But also, like, I think everybody kind of like comes home during the holidays, like people that like moved away. And so there's a lot of, I'm just here for this amount of time, like, can you please squeeze me in? And there's a lot of like other celebrations and family things going on, that like Christmas parties with your friends, or Christmas parties with your family, or Christmas parties with someone else's family, or like all this. And just kind of like managing everything was very difficult on its own. But also on top of that, I still have to work a full-time job. And not only that, because it's the holidays, I was also working a lot more than I usually do because you can't buy Christmas presents and just choose not to pay rent. Like, I kind of had to do both, so it was just like way, way, way too much on my plate. And I just feel bad because I think I call it, ever since the Barbie movie came out, I've been calling it my Barbie moment, but I just kind of feel like I fell short in like every category, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like I couldn't spend the amount of time with my friends that are home that I would have liked. I couldn't be like a happy person. I mean, I think actually this is just like my own personal feelings because I think I was fine to the people that I hung out with, but in my mind I was like, I wish I could be fully present and happier, you know? And then also, like, I was having a difficult time in my job. I wasn't performing, you know, obviously to the standard that I would like myself to perform. And it was just kind of like, I don't know. So, yeah, those are my rants. It's hard though because I kind of don't know the like good way to communicate any of that when people are like, when someone that like you're not really like that close with, it's like, hey, can we hang out at this whatever? Like, how do you just like let it all out? Like, I don't really tell any of that, I guess. I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I'm just really not feeling up to it, and hope they understand. But yeah, I've always been, it's kind of like a running joke in my family that like I'm very, very protective of like traditions. I don't like when things change at all. So like, you know, we obviously have Christmas traditions, like things we do, and I was always like, no, you can't change it. So, for that reason, I've been with my boyfriend a while now, but we kind of like weren't involved in each other's Christmases for a long time because I like didn't want any change. But last year, I go to my mom's for Christmas dinner. Like, I spend Christmas morning with my dad's side of the family, and then I go to my mom's in the evening, or like the afternoon, really. And last year, my mom and my sister and I went to my boyfriend's big, like, you know, family dinner with extended family and stuff. And that was really nice. And so I guess, like, I don't know, I guess kind of like we started celebrating Christmas in a sense together. So, you know, I had his family stuff that I wanted to do, but it was difficult to kind of do everything. That was like, I feel like I've been saying the same thing in different ways for like 10 minutes now. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to talk about it, like, you know, I feel like I would like to like leave those feelings in the past and kind of hope that 2024 can be a year of getting back up on my feet. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Although I will say, this channel has meant the world to me. Like, you have no idea. I don't want to say it's been like an escape, but more of an outlet. I think because I've had a more, like a harder time socializing and getting out. It's been very nice to still feel like I'm somehow active somewhere or being productive in some element. Just being able to be in my own home, it's been a very genuinely like very healing thing to do. I also feel like it came at a good time. I feel like I've always wanted to make an ASMR channel, but I think when I was like younger, like a teenager, I was very much like, what if someone finds out that I make ASMR, you know? And now I just like blatantly tell people. I mean, I'm sure like I wouldn't want my boss cost to know, I guess, but like friends and family, like I don't feel like embarrassed at all because I kind of like don't care, and I also like it's something that I enjoy. So that's been kind of nice, is that I kind of just feel like very at peace with everything involved in it. You guys have been insane. I cannot believe that people are watching my channel. It's ridiculous. So that's been really great because my support system is a little spread thin right now, and just having something that I can kind of like be alone doing is incredibly helpful. And it's also just something good to fall back on, like if I'm ever in a position where I'm like, what should I do tonight? Or, I'm feeling this way, like whatever. It's just like I always know that I can do something here, which feels very sweet to me. I want to get in more of a positive attitude. I guess, want to end this video on like a gratitude note, actually, as well, because, I don't know, like, my chest just feels like so heavy, and I want to feel like what I'm doing is enough, and that I don't owe so many people so many things. I think going into it, I'd like to have the attitude that, like, I'm not so stressed out all the time. Like, a lot of the times things work out just fine, but I worry about them and stress about them so much. Like, I always say that I may have superpowers because you know how, like, manifestation is a thing that exists, I guess. Not like if you believe in it or not, but more so like it's a known concept. But I always think like if there's a problem in my life, I will stress about it and cry about it so hard that I manifest a solution, and it always works out in the end. So I always like joked about that, like that was my superpower. But I don't want to I think I want to be a more go with the flow person this year. Not in the sense of I care less about things, but in more of like, what will be, Obviously, like, I'm not just gonna like be apathetic towards everything, but I think like if there's something that I'm stressed about, instead of just like being a ball of worry leading up to it, just saying like, let's just do it. I guess like being brave, or I don't know. I feel like I'm already a very brave person. I'm a Gryffindor. No. Well, I am, but that's not what I was trying to say. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just think it's very difficult when you're young to be secure in yourself and your decisions, because you're kind of in this mindset of like wanting to prove yourself and your worth to people that you feel don't view you. But it's really like a whole insecurity issue where obviously like teenagers are the most insecure people on this planet. So you're kind of like recovering from that, but almost like overcompensating in a way. And so it's just kind of like, I want to be like, no, I'm secure in my life. I've built enough that I'm comfortable in that, if a couple things go wrong, it'll balance itself out. Like, I just want there to be less overall hard times. I don't know if this is like a good sign or not, but I've been a skincare and a hair care routine. I've been doing my nails now for like a while. I don't know if it's like a routine or not, but these are them right now. I currently like them a lot, actually. But I feel like those things make me feel a little more put together. And I'm excited because I'm kind of putting this room together, and I spend obviously like a lot of time in here with this channel, and also I do my makeup here every morning because I have to work. I have to be at work at 7:30, so I have to wake up at 6:30. And obviously, like, my boyfriend doesn't have to wake up that early, so I kind of like sneak out and go in here and get ready. So I spend a lot of time in this room, and it's kind of been nice to make it more inhabitable. This room, I feel like, has a little bit of a curse in it because it ended up being both of like the girls that lived here, or the people that lived here, my roommates. They both had this as their bedroom for a period of time. But now it's my room and I'm trying to reclaim it. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly feel like maybe I'm just gonna leave and go try and edit this video. I'm not. Listen, I don't know if I should say what it is because I'm so excited about it, and like I don't want to say it and then not be able to fulfill it, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna like jinx it or something, but basically, as you know, or if you don't know, I'm obsessed with the video game Baldur's Gate, and I really wanted, ever since I played it for the first time, which was back in early October, I've desperately wanted to make a series about it, or late September actually. Late September. I've definitely, like, desperately wanted to make a video on this channel about it, like a playthrough. And I like actually can't describe, like I like have been editing it and watching the videos back, and you can just see like the excitement on my face. Like I was having such a hard time not to like squeal and be like, it's really happening. Because the reason I couldn't do it is because I didn't have a computer that could run it. I'm talking so fast. But I finally got a computer that could run it. Very graciously from my boyfriend. He wanted kind of like it's not really like a graduation present to himself because he was planning on doing it like 7 months after he graduated, 6 months after he graduated. But he really wanted to kind of like build himself a new computer. But during the holidays, it ended up being really good sales on like computer parts, like bundle deals, I guess. And so he managed to just like do it earlier and save a lot of money. And so I, for his graduation present, said that I would give him a certain amount of money for it to go towards his new computer because that's what he wanted. And so then he just ended up giving me his old one. So basically I kind of like bought his old computer off of him, but yeah. So now I have that. And yeah, but it's been hard. But all of the videos and components are on my computer now. The issue is that I just will have to go to a different editing software and re-edit them all together, which just feels very defeating after I've already spent like literally 4 entire days on this. In hours complete editing the video. Like the video's done. It's just I cannot export it out of that editing software that I used. It just will crash and it's too big. Like not even to like save the file. So I just have to re-edit it. don't know, I've honestly felt like a little bit defeated. I guess that's probably why I haven't been making as many videos or uploading as much, because I do just kind of feel defeated in a sense. But I'll try not to. I'm very excited. My final components to my room makeover, or what it's for now, I don't know. This room, I guess they're not the final components because it'll be a work in progress for a while, but some of the crucial elements to what I want for this room are coming in today in the mail. So I'm really excited about that. And then it can feel a little more complete, I guess. And then also, I had a package that got lost in the mail that I ordered on like the 10th of December, and it was supposed to come in by the 22nd. But then it got sent the wrong way, and I wasn't getting like shipping updates, and I was so upset. I got a notification that it was delivered yesterday, which I get packages delivered to my dad's house because it's just easier, I guess. I don't know. He's not there right now, but they have like a locked porch. It's like it's kind of like, I guess it's flat. It's not really apartments. So there's like 3 units, and like I know all of them, the people. And so if a package gets delivered and someone sees it, they just take it into like the locked area so it can't get stolen. So I feel like that's safer than on my street, where like I can't guarantee that, I'm not going to be at work or my boyfriend's going to be home. So, and my front door is like right there, like everyone and their dog could see it. So yeah, I feel like that's like a safer bet. So I just have to go drive over there and get it today. He only lives like 5 minutes away from me, so it's really not far. And then I'll have that. So there's things to look forward to once I get this video up. I think the thing that I'm worried about this video is that it's obviously like the start of a series. So I don't really know, like editing the video and getting it up isn't necessarily the only issue. Like I have to figure out a different way to record, edit, and upload this video that is something completely different than I've ever done before. And editing and uploading this type of video is already extremely out of my abilities as a creator. I pretty much just film on my phone and I barely edit them, but if I do, it's literally in the iMovie map on my phone most of the time. At work on my break. So obviously, like, figuring out how to do this is maybe beyond my means. We'll see. But, at the end of the day, if it does work out, maybe it's just teaching me lessons. And maybe this series will be like the start of something amazing, and it was worth the trouble. Or if it doesn't happen, maybe it's saving me from the amount of trouble that it would take to continue to do this. So we'll see. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna go eat breakfast. I'm still in my robe. I just did my makeup and wanted to film this. I really appreciate all of your love and support, and I will see you soon, and it'll be good. 2024 will be our